Hello, I'm the Eternal Newbie. The extra L is for lame, as in, we're all pretty lame compared to this week's Spotlight player. Why, you ask? Because this person absolutely has to be better than the other players at everything. I speak, of course, of the one-upper. That player who will always try to do what you do just a little bit better, no matter what it is. Before we get into it, let's get into some business. Gotta pay the bills, right? Likes, comments, attention. It's great. If you like this video, might I suggest joining the Newbie Nation and subscribing. We do have a very low tax rate. Finally, I've got some stuff going on like a Discord, a Twitter, and a YouTube gaming channel where I'm currently going through Final Fantasy VI. Info is also in the video description. The one-upper name is a bit of a misnomer. One-ups are great. They always remind me of Super Mario Bros. And who doesn't want extra lives? Unlike that little green mushroom, you don't want to see this player at your table. He is the guy who always has to outdo you and everyone else. Did your fighter just break down a door? Well, before you can even open your mouth at the next door, the one-upper will try to break it down. But you're a rogue. Use your thieves' tools, you might tell him. But nope. You broke it down, so now that's what he's going to do. It may take 27 tries before the DM has pity on him, but he will get it done. When the party face tries to get information, the one-upper will try to get better information, despite his -2 charisma modifier. Don't get me wrong, I don't think stats should always govern how you roleplay. If the fighter wants to question a witness, or the warlock wants to challenge someone to arm wrestling, I say go for it. But the one-upper isn't doing this because it's fun. His goal is to outdo you. Above all, the one-upper craves attention. When he sees you getting it, he wants it too. He's like a dog. My dog will be laying there ignoring me until he sees me start to play with the cat. Then all of a sudden, he wants in on the action, pushing his way between us, despite the fact I just spent an hour playing with him. The one-upper is the same. He may have just nat 20 to disarm traps roll and save the party's backsides, but as soon as anyone does anything else cool, he is going to go back into one-upper mode. The good thing is, in 5e at least, the balance kind of slows him down. You just can't be good at everything. The fighter's going to bust down doors more often than the warlock. The wizard is usually going to roll higher than everyone else on knowledge skills, and so on. It's the way the game is built. That's when the one-upper moves his one-uppiness away from the table and into real life. You rolled a nat 20. You hear, "Did I ever tell you about the time I rolled 6 natural 20s in a row?" Followed by an excruciatingly long story detailing each natural 20, usually extremely specific, because the longer the story, the longer the one-upper has everyone's attention. And woe, I say unto he that dareth tell a story out of character. "Oh, you met the Rock. Did I ever tell you about the time I was out swimming and I saved a drowning man who happened to be the Rock? I had to swim 200 meters carrying him on my back to shore. When we got there, he and I became blood brothers, and I gave him some tips to really blast his delts. Whenever he raises an eyebrow, that's his way of telling me thanks. Which, by the way, I taught him to do. He also got, 'If you smell what the Rock is cooking from me,' and blah blah blah." The story will, of course, be much longer, including minute details like weather conditions and wind direction, which will strangely change in future tellings of this story, but you get the point. The one-upper has to be best at everything, to the point where they are not happy if they are not the best. To kind of quote The Rock, the one-upper most certainly does not know his role. You almost start to feel sorry for them, until you get a 1-hour description of their vacation when they hung out with Jay-Z and Beyonce after skydiving with Bigfoot. It's only fair, though, you did mention you were going on vacation next week, when asked. Rating time. On the annoyance scale, this guy is an 11. But then again, so are most Spotlight players. On the Spotlight scale, they're like a 1. My first one, I believe. They try, but in 5e at least, the rules make it really hard for them to one-up everyone. You just can't be good at everything. In most tabletop RPGs I've played, this is the same. So annoying, yes. Game breaking, not even close. What do you think? Do you agree with my rating? Do you know a Spotlight player like this? Tell me about it in the comments below. Also, If you got a suggestion for a Spotlight player you'd like to see me talk about in the future, give me a short description. Thanks for watching, and as always, do not seek the spotlight, and the spotlight will seek you.